Welcome back, Mech Warriors, to Sarna Part 6. This makes Mission 12 of Operation Rat. It was 3 on Tikhonov, 3 on Tigris, and now this is the 6th one on Sarna. Take a look at my mech bay here. Anyway, alright. This is Colonel Richard Westrick. Commander Captain Damu, we're about to engage in the fight of our lives. He's speaking to both of us. Okay, so Commander, Captain Damu, we're about to engage in the fight of our lives. The Compellents must know that if they can't wipe us out before the heavy guards touch down on Sarna, it's over for them. The only hope at maintaining control of the planet will be to utterly destroy our forces so that when Colonel Sortek touches down, they'll have the numbers to fight him back. We've all gone through too much just to lose everything at the end. We need to muster whatever strength we have left and hold the line until Colonel Sortek relieves us. So basically, at the end of the last episode, Sarna Part 5, at the end, when we disrupted the ECM jamming our communications. As soon as we shut down those ECMs, we got communications from Colonel Sortek that he is in the system. So we'll be getting reinforcements shortly from the Colonel. And let's see, gather your best mechs, equipment, and mech warriors, and meet my Crater Cobras at the following coordinates. Prepare to give the Big Mac everything you've got. We did not go through 6 months of hell just to die on the day that reinforcements arrive. The only thing left to do is hold the line. We do that, and we live to see tomorrow. This is it, Commander. Colonel Arden Sortak is almost here. All that is left to do is hold out until his arrival. McCarran's is going to throw everything they have to kill us before Sortek reinforcements arrive. This is a fight for our very lives, so bring the biggest, baddest mechs you can muster, and we might actually make it off of Sarna alive. This might actually be the last mission in the campaign. This isn't the main campaign, this is just the DLC. This is probably the best DLC. This is like the longest mission line, and there's even little cinematic things in between some of the missions. Starting off with Tikhonov, and then going from Tikhonov to Tigris, and then again here on Sarna. So this is a really fun mission line. You can skip it, you don't have to do it. But it's a fun campaign. Definitely a good DLC. Let's see here. We don't have any damage coverage on this one. Let's go ahead and do some damage coverage. I took it out of salvage. I don't want to take it out of salvage. What the hell? There. Do it like that. Well, actually, I'm not going to worry about it. All right. All right, I don't know that this might start right away, so I might not have time for these to be repaired, but I'm not going to use those anyway. Ah, dude, are you serious? Yeah, so this starts right away. Definitely using that. And then use that. And 85. Alright, hold on. Oh, wait. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? So you need this. Shit, that's the one with my ECM. It's under repair. Crap. Alright, well anyway, you take that one. You take that one. That leaves 80 tons. And then you get that one. Perfect. Let's do this.
This is it, everyone. Colonel Sortek is on the verge of making planetfall and is en route to our position. McCarran's knows that if we successfully relink with the Davian heavy guards, they're done for. So they're gonna throw everything they have at us trying to put us in the ground before Colonel Sortek's reinforcements arrive. We've spent the past 6 months in hell, cowering and sulking in the shadow of those bastards, trying to survive against unprecedented circumstances. No dropship support, no air support, no way of communicating with the jump point. Hell, we even made it by with no HPG, completely blind to the rest of the inner sphere. We made it through all of that. But today, finally, we can stand tall against these Capellan bastards. Today is a day of retribution. Today we are finally taking the fight to them.
What do you mean, finally taking the fight to them?
I'm not one for speeches as eloquent as our mercenary friends. We have been struggling to
this whole
survive
campaign
since
is
the Grey River
us
ran
taking the
red
fight to them. What the hell are you talking
brothers
about?
and sisters. Just remember, they're still here. They're watching over us. And today, God willing, we will avenge their deaths. For New Certus, for House Hasek.
We have contacts. Dead ahead. All forces fire at will. Stay in cover and support one another. Don't let them spill one more ounce of Cobra's blood today.
Commander, Colonel Westrick is right about one thing. The McCarran's forces will be relentless. There's no telling when the Davion heavy guards will make it to the field. So we need to support one another if we're going to make it out of this alive. Tread carefully, Commander.
Okay, anyway, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that like button, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, follow the channel, look at the playlist, and see all these missions all nice and tidy in a straight playthrough playlist. Platinum guide. Dude, seriously cannot be withstanding all that.
Clear the area.
New target indicated. Target acquired.
Target eliminated.
You're seriously gonna tank that one? Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
McCarran and his cronies have taken 6 months and hundreds of our brothers and sisters' lives with them. Fusilier, make them pay!
I want that cataphract.
New target captured.
It up.
Headshot.
Nice.
Shooting.
Man, I gotta back off here. Torso's getting eat up here. Yeah, I do believe this is the last mission of the campaign. Again, not the game, DLC campaign.
damage. What a waste. On the commander's target.
Forces of the Federated Suns, my Davion heavy guards have just touched down. Our rush vectrons scatter us across a wide area. We are reforming our lances and about to move on your position now. ETA 2 minutes. Hold out just a little longer.
We'll get him.
Go. Oh, just shooting at me. Another Vindicator? Good grief. Just sending a whole, like, army of Vindicators and Blackjacks at us.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Whoa, where did you come from?
Forces of the Federated Suns, the Davion heavy guards are here to assist. It's time to take the fight to McCarran's armored cavalry.
That's our cue, Commander. One last push and then it's over. Let's finish
Oh,
this.
there's another cataphract.
Copy. The commander's target is our target.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Forces of the Federated Suns, give them no quarter.
Whoa, whoa, was that a stalker? Holy shit, that's a stalker.
Locked in the woods. But
Blew
now
the
it's your
crap out of it,
chance to
too.
bang McCarran's armored cavalry once and for all.
For the fallen! For the 5th Certus Fusiliers!
To all forces of the Federated Suns, we have cleared the field. Sarna is ours.
Commander, I just want to say thank you. If you hadn't come to help us all those months ago, I have no doubt in my mind that we would have died like the rest of our brothers and sisters in the 5th. We'll never forget what you did for us.
Likewise, Captain. Without you, we would never have been able to complete our mission for the Kestrel Lancers. Now let's all fall back in with the heavy guards and finally get some R&R. It's been one hell of a campaign.
12 missions. And now the map of the inner sphere takes on a serious impact. Well, this Hero Atlas was worth the 30 mil I paid for it. This thing really came through. And so much for the cataphract I took the head. First I blew its leg off, and then I heard him say headshot. One of my pilots said, "Great headshot!" Where the is my cataphract that I said I wanted? Huh? Huh? This is basically what it had. That's why I wanted it. It was a 70-ton mech with the ECM and the probe, which is like an advanced radar. That's why I wanted it, because I knew it was the model that had those. Damn, that pisses me off, man. Wow, that one stalker didn't take any damage at all, and took out 4 mechs. That's what I'm talking about. Commander, I've just received your report from Arden Sortek. I cannot tell you how glad I am to hear that you made it through the Sarna campaign. Hang on just a second. Trying to remember. This is Marshall Jackson Davian. Okay, so I haven't talked to this guy. That's what I was trying to figure out. Oh, I know who Arden Sortek is. Who the hell is this guy? Okay, so it's Marshall Jackson Davian. I guess he's probably the one that kind of is the one that kind of. Anyway, he's his last name is Davian. So it's like okay. Anyway. I cannot tell you how glad I am to hear that you made it through the Sarna campaign. When I heard of the armored cavalry ambushed and the HPG being destroyed, I feared that I may have condemned you all to death. You had all the Kester Lancers worried for you. While I am sorry that I cannot be there on Sarna to debrief you in person, there is still much for me to do here on Tigris. Please accept this canned message as your formal debriefing. No mechs. Ooh, 10 double heat sinks. Nice. Hang on, I'll finish reading that here in just a second. Tier 5 ER large laser. A Tier 5 Ultra AC5. A Tier 5 LRM-20 Artemis. Oh, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, man. Why is this the only one that's not Tier 5? Huh? Why? Of course, I prefer a solid anyway, but again, these LBXs have really been coming through as well. I've been using a couple of mechs. I've been using these LBXs. 10 double heat sinks. Need those. Awesome. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this. By the time Comstar is able to deliver this message to you, our offensive, which the news feeds have taken to calling the Fourth Succession War, will be over. As I speak, Comstar is negotiating the end to all the hostilities between the 5 great houses. When all is said and done, the compelling Confederation will have to capitulate that it has lost over half of its former territory, most of it to be claimed by House Davian through right of conquest, but some by 2 former compelling commonalities declaring independence from the Confederation. Those are those independent pockets I've mentioned in other episodes. When this took place, that there would be a couple of independent pockets up, show up in the bottom region of the map in the Liao area. The first to break away was the Tikhonov commonality. They were holding out hope that the Confederation would come to their aid, but after being cut off from direct logistical route to Xi'an, they eventually declared independence to spare their citizens from further Davian invasions. You won't believe who leads them. Our old friend Pavel Ridzik, after he managed to escape our forces and fled Tikhonov, Strategic Director Ridzik retreated to Elgin, where he took control of the region, declaring himself Supreme Lord of the Tikhonov Free Republic. His reign didn't last long, as an assassin killed him back in June. The other breakaway faction is the St. Ives commonality. The former heir of the Confederation, Candace Liao, abandoned her father to declare her province independent from the Confederation. I can't imagine how Maximilian Liao was taking that one. Wow, this is some long shit. Comstar is negotiating to formally recognize these independent provinces as new nations once their leaders can charter the new laws of their provincial governments. Be sure to be on the lookout for those too once all the dust settles later this year. The next item we need to discuss is the destruction of Sarna's HPG. After the Fusiliers destroyed the HPG, Comstar was furious with the Federated Suns, claiming us ultimately responsible for its destruction. They put the entirety of the Federated Suns under interdiction, cutting off interstellar communications and commerce between the hundreds of Federation worlds. Your report about the imposter Fusiliers captured by Captain Damu couldn't have come at a worse time. Had we known about this a month ago, we would have been able to mount a defensive against Comstar's accusations. But first, Prince Davion has already agreed to allow Comstar to station their own mech security forces at every HPG in the Federation to ensure that such a debacle never happens again. It's much too late to defend our role in the Sarna HPG attack now, even if we now know that we were not responsible for its destruction. The interdiction, along with the war effort, sent the Federated Sun economy into a tailspin. Had that maintained their interdiction, Comstar could have very much bankrupted the entire Federation. Which brings me to the most uncomfortable part of this debrief. Commander, the Federation Suns can no longer financially support the remainder of our contract with your unit. I'm to inform you that we are invoking our cancellation clause and releasing you for the remaining 4 months of your contract. You will be compensated for this with your agreed upon MRB release bonus. I'm sorry our time together had to end like this, Commander, but it's completely out of my hands. The Crucis Lancers won't be escaping these budget cutbacks either. While for the time being my command will still exist on paper, for the most part, most of the personnel of the 2nd Crucis Lancers has been consolidated into the 3rd Crucis under Marshal Pedrosa's command and will continue to garrison Tigris. I currently exist to ensure that the Kestrel Lancers continue to be on paper, to be a paper tiger. What the fuck does that mean? Anyway, to our enemies, while the Federation's economy recovers from the war. But I won't let this deter me. I forged the Kestrel Lancers from nothing once, I can do it again. Although you won't be around to help me this time, Commander, I'll never forget your contribution. I'll never forget the contributions you and your team made to keep the legend of the Kestrel Lancers alive. We'll be back and stronger than ever. You'll see. Goodbye, my friend, until we meet again. All right. So I've already gone over the rewards, and that is that. Mission accomplished. Campaign is over. And here is Sarna. Sarna is pretty far. I keep wanting to say south, but we're in space. But yeah, Sarna was pretty deep into Liao territory, is why it was such a bitch. I mean, Tikhonov is up here. Here's Tikhonov. This is where the campaign started, and then Tigris, and then all the way down here. Yeah, we were pretty deep in Liao territory. We were like dead center and smack dab Liao territory. Versus these two systems were on the, on the border of Davion space. What is this mission all about? It's Karita against Davion? Okay, well, that'll have to wait until some other time. Whew. All right, let's get to, what is this? Independence versus Davion. Let's get over here to this, actually, let me look at Sarna here. Here's the garrison duty. Independence against Leo. Let me look and see what we got here. Collect 2 king crabs. Federated Sun, message from Arden Sortak. Commander, I'm sorry to see that COC Command saw the need to cut your contract short, but I am told it could not be helped. No one could have anticipated Comstar's interdiction or the economic crash that preceded it. Although the Federated Suns is still willing to offer your short-term localized contracts, I'm afraid that any long-term commitment is simply not on the table until our unification into the Federated Commonwealth next year. First, Prince Davian has asked me to relay you a message on his behalf. He asked me to commend you on your good work throughout your campaign on behalf of the 2nd Crucis Lancers. The Lancers owe you a debt of gratitude for being such a reliant force throughout the 4th Succession War. Unfortunately, Commander, Hans has also deemed the large amount of your campaign for the Federated Suns are to be expunged from the official record and classified as top secret. Your inclusion on the 2nd Crucis roster, the hidden earthworks factory that we now possess, the stolen MIIO, whatever the code books, and how close the enemy was getting to them, your mission on Sarna, and your capture of the true assailants of the Sarna HPG attack. All of these things will be classified as state secrets and are never to be mentioned or talked about again. While I know it stings, this is often just the way things are for a mercenary. Just like your father knew when he agreed to the Halstead Station contract. Okay, so everything I just did, it'll never be mentioned that I was part of it. Okay, well, as long as I got paid, I'm good. Although we aren't in position to financially compensate you in the same way we rewarded your father for his loyalty and silence, we do have some eagerly prototypes from the new Avalon Institute of Science that Hans would like to give you. Prototypes we would have never achieved had it not been for your service of both you and your father. Hans hopes that these prototypes serves you well and wants you to know that once the unification of the Federated Commonwealth is final, you have a place among us if you choose to join our cause. I hope you consider and take Hans up on that offer. Federated Commonwealth can use all the help we can get, making a better, more peaceful inner sphere. Until then, Commander, this is goodbye. Another Tier 4 LBX. Alright, well, again, that's it. Campaign is done. Now, get back to the game's campaign mission. So I left off with Deliverance. Deliverance is when basically I start work, in Kurita territory. So I kind of start working for Kurita once I start this. Killing Kane was the end of Act 2, which took place right over here at Xinjiang. So even though Deliverance was really close by, I decided to start working on my Kurita reputation before going on a bunch of missions where I'm getting shit in salvage because of the low faction standing with Kurita. So I came down here to start working and sided with Kurita against Davian in these two locations, which these are only Reputation 6 locations, so it was pretty easy. And then and this is where I picked up the hero right here. Yeah, so after this, I jumped over here just to make repairs, came down here, and there was no hero symbol on this system. I just went down there. I can't remember why I particularly went to that location. I guess just to see what was there. Like, look at the markets there. And then when I got there, sure enough, that Hero Atlas was sitting there waiting for me for 30 freaking million. Oh, man. Anyway, it definitely was worth every freaking C-bill. So now, with my faction standing so far to the right with Davian after that campaign, I can actually go hit, go do some of these Kurita missions against Davion and still be in a good, still have a, not lose my hero standing with them. But for right now, well, hang on, let me check the mech market here. I'm looking for a... There's a crap load of mechs here. I'm looking for a Crab CRB-27. It's a very rare variant. It's probably not even in my database yet because again, it's rare. Oh, I have seen it. Oh no, it says total encounter 0. I guess the reason it popped up there is because of this mission. Because I mean, it's even got the little green symbol from the job, the cantina job on it. So I guess it showed up on the list here only because of the job. Because it says total encounters right there, 0. So as far as I've traveled through the inner sphere, I started up here, came across here, and this is the way these the reputation for all these zones. It basically follows the path of the campaign. You start here, come along here, and then once you get here, notice this is reputation 6, but then right here in Merrick space, that's reputation 13, 14. So it's designed. You come over here for a campaign mission, and then it takes you down this way. And so this is where this is how the reputation progresses. So you come across here, go down through Liao territory. Here we're at reputation 8. Then you go into Merrick territory. So it's reputation 8 and 9 across the bottom here. And then it gets up to 10 once you get up here. And then this is where another campaign mission. There was another campaign mission from down here, and then it takes you all the way across Merrick space to right here. Then it takes you all the way across Steiner space over to here, and then these are actually pretty close together. From here to here to here, or I'm not sure if that's the exact system or not, but in this conflict zone. And then up to this right here, Xinjiang, which that is the end of Act 2. So this starts Act 3 right here, is why I kind of just went ahead and decided to work on my reputation with Kurita. Alright, so for right now, let's jump over here and see what's this is all about. EW active probe. I've got 12 of these, so I'm good there. Black market countermeasures. Yeah, I'll take that. But the cool thing is I'm in Davion space, so I got my 25% bonus on my prices. So this is a good opportunity to sell that garbage that I collected during that campaign. I think I'll pick up some more of these. I'm back up over 100 million. Made quite a bit of money on that campaign. Assault Katana. Sure, why not?
Ready, Commander.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 pilots now, all with a 60 rating. I mean, That's the max rating is 60. Wait. Look at everything here. Okay. Nothing really here. Now there's some megs that do not show up as hero icons. The Annihilators, 100 ton mech. The Annihilators do not show up as hero mechs. And I definitely need to be finding me some Annihilators for the final campaign mission. Because as many mechs I just went through there on Sarna, I think that that stalker there at that last mech I took out, that was the only assault. They were mostly medium mechs. I don't even think any of them were heavy. It was mostly just Vindicators and Blackjacks, which are 45 ton mechs. The Cataphract. Cataphract was a heavy. So I took out one Cataphract, maybe a couple. Might have took out a couple Cataphract. And then that Stalker, 85 ton assault. The final mission of the campaign, the main campaign, you're definitely going to be coming across heavies and assaults. And it's a lot of mechs. Finally, been looking for one of these. A narc is just like the tag laser. It improves your, says here, specialized missile launcher that fires a projectile that affixes to its target. Improves missile lock and accuracy. So this improves your effectiveness with LRMs. So there's a tag laser, which I've got one on my Awesome. And then this is a very expensive piece of equipment, but I've been kind of wanting one of these for a while. Don't need that. Another assault katana. Well, sure. I can afford it. Basically, those arena, I don't think there's any jobs for. That arena stuff was this Solaris Showdown, the last DLC. So I don't know that there's any Cantina jobs for those arena. But I'm buying all those countermeasures because I've already had one Cantina job to turn them in. And I don't exactly have that category maxed out yet.
My combat skills are meant to impress. I know your story, and I'm ready to be of assistance, Commander.
I didn't see that catapult. Oh, yeah, okay. I did see that catapult. I can get some repairs going here. Let's actually go ahead and get some of these mechs out of my mech bay. How long has this thing been in my damn mech bay? Black Knight. These are great for ripping heads off. It's all lasers. Champion. I like champions. Champions are cool, but I haven't really used one all playthrough.
Let's do this, Commander. Drinks are on me when we get...
There's another 60 pilot.
R.A.T and ready, Commander. Glad to join the
why not?
company, Commander. Now let's kick them right in the gondola.
Alright, what, let's see, what do I need to get about these? Well, that drops me down to 2 million. That's good enough for right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of a I'm going to make a pass through all these. I'm not going to go all the way over to that one. But if I could go, you know, hit all these industrial hubs looking for hero mechs, I might not even go all the way up to that one either. I think I might just actually grief, man. Maybe if I go here. Maybe if I go here, I'll get markers in both areas. Don't want to do that. Not yet, anyway. These missions I could do. I can take the hit to the Davian faction standing. Alright, so I'm gonna head up this way. Of course, having said that, I might as well do that one too, but Let's just go ahead right here. Alright, I might as well go ahead and end this here if I'm just going to be hopping around looking for hero mechs. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Follow the channel. Go to the playlists and see all this stuff just laid out right, you know, in order.
I will be waiting in the ready room, Commander.
Not my ready room, you won't. There's another cataphract, 2 AC5s. There's a all energy. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting a hold of that one right there. I like the idea of having a rifleman with four large lasers. I might actually buy that. It's tempting. I'd like to check that out.
I will be waiting in the ready room, Commander.
Woo. No heroes. Not close enough for the others. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. You give it a thumbs up, be a liker. Subscribe, follow the channel, look over the playlists. There's only one game in the playlist that I haven't really, I'm not planning on doing the Platinum Trophy for. And it's just a game that I love. I've been playing it for years. It's called Elite Dangerous. It's, you're a starship commander. Well, really, saying starship commander is kind of like, maybe a little misleading. You're the commander of your own starship, but it's just you. You don't have a crew. There are some ships that you can buy that has they're multi-seat capable, so it could have 1 or 2 extra seats that your friend can actually be on the ship with you. Like take the gunner seat, take out the fighter bay if it's a ship that has a fighter bay. One of your friends can launch out in the fighter, which actually it's more like a drone. You're controlling it from the ship itself because the fighter can get destroyed and your pilot just launch another fighter because there is a dual fighter bay. So it is possible to multiplayer with your friends, using the same ship. But the first time I had a friend hop in my gunner seat, I lost control of like a lot of the things that I control was no longer in my control. It was in his control, and it was his first time in the gunner seat and had no idea how. I took him into a conflict zone, a major galactic battle, and I was like, oh hell no, I gotta get out of here, get out of that gunner seat, don't you ever touch my ship again. I was like, oh hell no, because it was a very expensive ship. Anyway, it's a very fun game. Again, like I just said, large galactic battles, you don't even have to do. There's so much you can do. You can just go exploring off by yourself into the blackness of space, and discover something that nobody else has ever discovered before, which is a trophy right there for that. To me, exploring gets a little boring because it's just jump after jump after jump after jump. It's just non-stop jumping, right? But the combat, I love it. I just love the game. I mostly made money just being basically a trucker in space, running cargo, picking up a load in one location and dropping it off at another station. You can even transport passengers. So again, there's all sorts of different things to do. I love the game, but it's one that I'll never be able to platinum, only because there's not enough people that play this arena, which is like a multiplayer, which is like it's an arena battle where you're piloting the little fighters against each other. And there's just not enough people that do the arena fights. And there's several trophies for doing those arena fights, so unless I can find enough people to boost it, I'll never platinum it. Plus, there's some community trophies, or there's a trophy for doing community goals, and I really don't even know how often they do the community goals anymore. They used to do them all the time, but I'm not really sure how much the community goals are still going. But anyway, it's a great game. I love it. I've always just mostly played it by myself. Don't even really, play it with other people. But it's just a lot of fun. But that's the only game in my playlist that's I'm not going to get the platinum for. I've already done several playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3, which requires 2 playthroughs to get the platinum. So there's the platinum guide for those. And then I'm doing a playthrough of each of the origin characters. So I still have like 4 more playthroughs to complete the origin characters that I haven't done a playthrough with yet. Stranded Deep I just did before doing this, I think. Or no, there might have been another game in between. Oh, I did Mass Effect Andromeda. So all 4 Mass Effect games, Platinum Guide. I've actually got it pulled up right here. So the 4 Mass Effect games, I got 1 playlist, 2 for Insanity playthrough of Mass Effect 1 through 3. Stranded Deep, Cyberpunk, forgot about Cyberpunk. So I got the platinum trophy with Cyberpunk. There's 220 videos in that playlist. They're not hour long each. They're like maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes. The original Baldur's Gate, got the platinum for that. Again, platinum Baldur's Gate 3, and then so far it's been 6 months since I created this profile. I've got over 30 platinums on my main profile, which I haven't used since I started this one. So again, a lot of these I've already got the platinum before on my other profile. Well, all of them basically. I already had the platinum on all these. I just did it for the purpose of this channel. And there will be many more to come. So again, like and subscribe, visit the channel, visit the playlists. And Skyrim, as old as Skyrim is, guess what? There'll be a platinum trophy guide of Skyrim as well. So anyway, again, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more.